Hi everyone, it's Bonet. I hope you're doing well. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from other videos I've made in the past, as my family has been like in packing mode and making our decisions about our move and everything like that. Things have been really busy, and so I haven't had as much time to edit and things like that as I would like, but there is a video that I actually recorded a long time ago and I wanted to put it up, which is the one I'm going to be making now, What's in My Bag, as you can see from the title. So naturally I'd be like, I'm not gonna do that, you know, it's just pretty showing people what's in my bag. Is it really much of a good purpose? And then I thought about it because one day I was going through my purse and I was cleaning it out and I saw that, wow, what I have in my bag is a lot different than what I may have had in the past. And by God's grace, you know, if God forbid if my purse got stolen or I lost it or something and someone was looking through it, I believe that by God's grace they could tell that I was a Christian. And God showed me a beautiful lesson that, you know, Christianity and the principles that we live by shouldn't just be based on if you go to church and if you just do good things or the big things that you do on the outside. You know, practical godliness comes deep down into the smallest duties of everyday life, the smallest areas of our lives, because we're carrying Christ with us in all that we do. And so I was like, you know what, Lord, I really want to carry you, you know, with me wherever I go. And I realized that there are a lot of things in my bag that I keep with me to help me be prepared as a young woman that's seeking to be a virtuous woman, and also to help me keep my mind stayed on the Lord and little things to help encourage me. So I thought I would share with you what's in my bag, because even in that little area we can still give glory to God. So this is the What's in My Bag tag. So this is my general fall and winter bag. It's pretty full right now. I actually got it from a thrift store, and it's very sturdy and it's a neutral brown color and it has a lot of compartment. Now, I know you might be thinking, do you carry that big bag with you everywhere? I know a lot of girls are not like big bag ladies to lug around a lot. Some are, some aren't. But what I do is, like, if I'm going out for a full day, I keep this bag like in the car with me with other bigger things that I like to just keep with me just in case. But when I go into a store, if I'm running errands, I have a smaller bag like this one, and I just wear that, a crossbody bag, to carry a little bit less. So I don't always have the big huge bag on my shoulder, but I do keep it nearby, like in the car if I'm out for a lot of the day. So let's start. In the first major compartment, I'm starting with the first thing that's the most important to me that I always keep with me. I keep my pocket Bible. I am so grateful for this mini pocket Bible. It is a King James Version Bible, and it has the Old and the New Testament, so it has all the scripture in there. And we know in the Bible we're told, thy word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee, and how God's word is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. And I take those words very, very seriously, very preciously. Throughout the day, if I have time, I'm challenging myself to not do idle things or just be on my phone on Instagram or on Facebook. But if I have spare time, to try to commit more of God's word to memory, and it will help to encourage me to get through the rest of the day and to meet the trials that I have to meet and to accomplish what I need to, or to try to be encouragement to someone else. And so I always keep my pocket Bible with me, even if I just bring my smaller bag. This is always in there, no matter what. I have my pocket Bible by God's grace. So I really recommend keeping a little mini Bible with you if you can. The next thing that I have, let's see, we can go to my little wallet. I actually really like this. I wanted something where if I had to run into the store or run out somewhere and wasn't able to carry a big bag, I can just hold it on my wrist, and I'm able to keep my money in there, my cards in there, my license, coins, and my phone can actually go in here too. So basically, I just have my wallet with my cards and everything, and it has a zipper that can hold coins also, which is great so they don't fall out, and receipts and stamps and stuff. But the encouraging thing that I wanted to share that I keep in here is a little quote from a friend of mine. I love this quote so much, and it says, "It is a part of God's plan to grant us an answer to the prayer of faith. That which he would not bestow, did we not thus ask." What that basically means is, and there it is. My friend Chanel gave that to me, so thank you, Chanel. You guys saw her in my other video, the An Outfit of the Day video I did, so I'll link that below so you can see who she is. But I love this quote because a lot of times we just feel God knows what I need, and so he'll just grant it to me. But the Bible actually tells us that we must ask. A lot of times we don't receive because we don't ask. And so God actually wants us to commune with him and to have that relationship with him so we can build our faith with him and connect with him, just like any other relationship we might have. So I'd like to keep that with me as a reminder to pray for those things that I may need. I think it's pretty funny that it's actually in my wallet with finances, because a lot of times we're in need of financial blessings. So yeah, I keep that in my bag as well, and it's really convenient and helpful, so I recommend a little wallet purse like that. Okay, next I have a little notebook. I always recommend keeping a little notebook with you if you can. I'll also go through what I would keep in my little mini bag if I can't bring my big bag. So everything I've shown you so far I would keep with me in my little bag, and this notebook as well. It says love one another on there, and it has 2 birds. I love birds, they're one of my favorite animals too. And love one another. It summarizes, it's one of the great commandments that summarize the last 6 of the 10 commandments that God has given us in His love and His mercy and His wisdom. For His law is a way of life. It guides us into how to have a true happy life. And it is a reminder to love my brothers and sisters. And also it's really great to just be able to have paper nearby if you have to jot down some notes or write a quick grocery list or something, or take sermon notes. I have lots of sermon notes in here. So I've used a lot of it. I only have like this much left, so I might have to get a new one soon. But I really like keeping this book with me, and I've used it a lot. This book, I have another little book which I also got from Walmart, same kind of brand, which is, I guess it's called Markings by C.R. Gibson, and there's a website, www.crgibson.com. But basically it says imagine on it, and it's really pretty, really small compact book. And what this is my account book. I believe, and as I've been studying, that as Christians we are to practice good stewardship, that all that God blesses us with really is His, and He blesses us with many things financially, or other talents that He gives us, so that we can prove if we're faithful with them, and so He can give us even more, so we can be more faithful with those to be a blessing to others as well. And so this is where I keep a record of my inflow, my outflow, my balance. For example, I'll kind of show you how I have it laid out here. This is just like an outline kind of what I do. Like I have inflow, you can see it's so sunny, inflow, outflow, balance. I always set aside 10% for tithe, 10% for offering, and then I also like to set aside 5% at least for a poor fund. In the Bible we see this principle of with the Israelites, who their account was written for us so we can learn from them, that God had told the Israelites that when they would have their harvest and from planting throughout the year, that they weren't to glean everything, they weren't to keep everything for themselves, but to leave a portion aside for the stranger and for the poor. And God said that He would always allow the poor to be in their midst, because it would help to humble them and to teach them self-denial and self-sacrifice and serving others. So when I do get money, I don't just tithe. I tithe and set aside offering, a free will offering, and then also a little bit for a poor fund. So if I have friends or people that I hear of that are in need, or someone that's poor in need of help, then I can do that by God's grace, and that's always there no matter what condition I may be in. So it's a blessing to be able to use God's money wisely. And ever since doing this, I've never been in want, like financially. Like God has always been blessing, so I'm really grateful for that. It teaches me responsibility. But yeah, I just basically write, see on top I have my record there, inflow, outflow, you can kind of see, and then I write everything there. So and I can also look back and see, Bonet, what is most of your money going toward? Are you spending too much money on food, or like sweets or clothes? Like, what are you really putting your money towards? Are you putting money towards the cause of God and saving that you can give, So I have that, and then I also have a quote from the book Christ's Object Lessons, and it's all about good stewardship. It's so beautiful. And I'll put the quote down below so you can read it, but I'll read a little bit of it. It says, and it's a reminder to me to be more wise with how I spend my money. It says, "Our money has not been given us that we might honor and glorify ourselves. As faithful stewards, we are to use it for the honor and glory of God. All we possess is the Lord's, and we are accountable to Him for the use we make of it. In the use of every penny, it will be seen whether we love God supremely and our neighbor as ourselves." And then it goes on to talk about how money really doesn't mean anything. It's no more valuable than sand if we don't use it for the right things, which are providing for the necessities of life, blessing others, and advancing the cause of Christ. And I'll put the rest of the quote down there. But it's beautiful, and it's a beautiful reminder for me to be more faithful with what God has given me and responsible. So that's my account book. There you go. And that's not something I necessarily would carry with me in my little mini purse. That's something I can keep in my bigger purse, or when I come home, record my spendings, and I'll have my little receipts in there to make sure I check it off and write it down. Alright, let's get going. Next I have an address book. A little address book. I keep this now because I didn't always used to keep this, but I don't like depending on technology for everything, and I do like to get out and travel, and if I ever end up somewhere and my phone's not working, I don't have everyone's phone numbers memorized. I kind of depend on my phone too much for that, so I want to write them down, so if I'm ever in need of that type of help, or I need to contact someone I need to, then I can if my phone is not working or dead or something. Okay, then I also like to keep a little inspirational book with me. This book is called Steps to Christ. It has been a rich blessing to me in my spiritual walk with the Lord. My mom, like whenever we're out or something, she loves to just give out inspirational books to people to help them, and she always tells everyone, she's like, I've been a Christian my whole life, but I read this book 3 years ago and it changed my life. And no matter how many times I hear her say it, I know it's genuine because I've seen it in her life and I've seen it in my life, and it just really helps me to see how I need to continue to draw close to Christ every day, and how if I fall, how I can get back on those steps to Him. And it's a blessing. I'm going to be selling this book on my store website when that finally can get up and running. Some of the chapters in there are God's love for man, the sinner's need of Christ, repentance, confession, consecration, faith and acceptance, the test of discipleship, growing up into Christ, the work and the life. It's a beautiful chapter. A knowledge of God, they all are. The privilege of prayer. That chapter has changed my prayer life so much, and I feel I gain more of a blessing when I pray now, and I have more of a close connection with God. Like, He's really my friend and my Father, so that chapter is a blessing because I really learned more about principles of praying and really communing with God. And then also what to do with doubt and rejoicing in the Lord. So it's a beautiful book, and I like to keep that with me in my purse. So if I'm out or waiting for someone or sitting in the car or something, I can just read that book. I have another little book here called Another Ark to Build by Evangelist W.D. Frazee. It's a wonderful book. We know Noah had an ark to build, and we have an ark to build today too, so it's a really interesting book. I really like it. It's just a mini pamphlet, so yeah, I keep that with me. I like to be prepared. I believe it's so important to be prepared, and so I have this little pen holder thing, yeah, pocket holder, pen holder, and I just keep some pens in here because remember, I have all those little books. I have my little notebook and my account book. I need something to write with, and almost everyone always needs a pen, right? So I like to have my pens, and then I have like a pencil here, another pen, and a highlighter and an eraser. So I just keep that with me in my big bag. And then I have a little, well, not so little, but like a medium-sized little pouch. A great way to keep your bag organized, because I know cleanliness is godliness, and so I like to try to keep my bag as orderly as possible. It's not fun, like when you're looking for something and you're scrambling or it makes you run late, so try having little pouches. That helps to keep things really organized. What I keep in here is, and I got this from a thrift store, you can find stuff like this at thrift stores too for great deals. I keep like electronic kind of things, so I have my flash drive. And it's wooden, it's bamboo. How cool is that? I love nature and natural things like that. I keep my charger in there, and then I have the phone, the car end port thing, which is awesome because you can use it for the car, and you can like detach. You can detach both ends, so that's cool. I like that. And then I have an extra end. All right, and then I also have some other little essentials, like I keep a mini sewing kit with me. It's kind of cracked and stuff, but I really gotten good use out of this. It's really great, I believe, for young women and young men too, to keep a little mini sewing kit. It's helped me when buttons have fell off, or there may have been a tear or something that needed to be mended, so that's really great to have with you. I also keep a little pocket mirror, which was actually my grandma's, I believe. It was my mom's and my grandma's, so if I need to ever check anything in my teeth or put something in place, I have that. And I keep some band-aids in there. And oh, there's my little colored pencil that I use for Bible study. I didn't know where I put that. Yay! There's my sister. She's coming home now. Hi, Shayna. I have another flash drive in here. And I keep a little bit of charcoal with me. I don't know if you know what charcoal is. It's kind of in this little baggie. It's kind of messed up. They're little charcoal tablets, and it's really great for like food poisoning, poisonous bites, things like that. You can take some with some water and it helps to cleanse your system. But check with your doctor first. I'm not giving advice on that, but it's a really good natural remedy that has worked for me. And I also keep women needs. Okay, it's always good for young women to keep women needs in there for themselves and for their sisters if needed. And then this little port for my phone is like a little speaker. It's pretty cool. And so basically that's what I keep in there, like first aid stuff and electronic stuff and some sanitary needs. Okay, and that's that section of my bag. And then in the little pocket I have my phone. So the next section is this middle section, which is mostly like financial things because I don't want all that to be in the very front, so I keep that in the middle. On top I keep my glasses case, which was crocheted for me by my cousin Sarita. I don't know if she's watching this, but if she is, thank you Sarita again. I just have to kind of sew the ends here and put a little button, so it'll be a really cool glasses case. And I have my glasses in there. I just need them to see far away. But my eyesight has been getting better since I changed my diet and my lifestyle. My eyesight has gotten better, so I needed a less strong prescription, which is awesome. Praise the Lord. I have a checkbook in there, which is so old that it's starting to fall apart. But yeah, I keep my checkbook in there. And then this is something I think you guys will really like, and it's a Christian recreation and DIY video that I want to do with you, or for you with my sisters. I have these little envelopes. Remember how I told you how I have money set aside for different things? I have made these envelopes. So this is my envelope for my savings. Okay. And I'll show you guys how I made them. This is my envelope for my tithe and offering. I just have it tied with a little yarn for my poor fund. Yep. And this is like from ministry donations and to continue with working on my store and stuff. So that's what I keep in there. And that way all my money is organized. And then my personal money just stays in my wallet. And so that's what's in there. That section is done. So we're almost done, I promise. Alright, in the very more front section I have my keys, yay! This is kind of like the handle right here. It has a really cool quote on it that I really like. It says, it's praying hands, and it says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I like that. It kind of just holds everything together. There's this little keychain thing that has a little V on it that my dad got for me. And I know he got it for me because it means bonnet, but we're going to say it means victory, because through Christ we can have victory over sin. And a key, a little flashlight. I think it's always great for young women or anyone to have a little flashlight with them, especially if you're out when it's dark or at night. You can just look in your bag for whatever you may need, or to look around you as you're walking. This is a little pouch from a friend of mine. Her name is Esther. Thank you, Esther, that she got from Guatemala. And I just keep like some bobby pins and coins or something in here. If I ever have to just grab my keys, I still have some things I might need in there. And then I have this key, which I really, really like. I got it from Michael's for like literally $1. I got one for my sister too for her birthday. And I attached a quote that talks about how prayer is the key in the hand of faith that unlocks the storehouse of God's richest blessings. I think that's the quote. But I want to make one for myself too and put it here. But speaking of which, yeah, I want to show you like how I like to make gifts for my friends, inspirational gifts and stuff, and how you can make really inexpensive but really meaningful and nice gifts for your friends that can point their minds heavenward. So that's kind of like what I did for her with the key and the quote. And then I made like a bookmark and a little inspirational journal. But yeah, that's another video. But yeah, those are my keys. And then I have this little pouch, another pouch. It's a great way to keep things organized. These are kind of like my toiletry items. In the very, very front, I keep with me, my mom taught me this, safety pins. I have a bunch more in there, but I always keep safety pins, especially as you are seeking to be modest. If your shirt's a little low, you can just, you know, pin some stuff up, or if there's a hole or something needs to be held together, you can use your safety pins. I have a paper clip, and then I have a few bobby pins, you know, to keep your hair out of your face and in place, or to help a friend that might need it. So I just keep that with me. It doesn't take up much space. And then in this part, I have a natural Yes to Carrots lip butter. And then I have a nail filer, because it's really annoying when you have hangnails and you're hooking onto stuff, and I don't like my nails to be too long because it's not very hygienic, so I keep my nail filer on me in case I need that. I have tweezers. These are really great for splinters. Yeah, so I keep that on me. And then a nail clipper, little nail clipper, some, whoa, hair scrunchies that have hair on them. There's another one. I keep a couple of hair clips like these. A headband. This is the best natural lip balm ever. I just got a case and I wrapped it with fabric. I want to make a DIY video on that for the Beautiful Naturally segment, or Naturally Beautiful segment on this channel. But it's just some like kind of whipped shea butter. That's all. And I just decorate this little container, and it's the best moisturizer, at least for me personally. And then this is a natural lip balm that a friend of mine, her name is Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. She made this, and it's called Be Sweet, and it's cocoa mint lip balm. It's really nice. And the last thing I have is kind of like another natural remedy from my friend Diane. Thank you, Diane. I was sick and she gave this to me and I never got to give it back to her. So I will contact you and see if you need this back. We parted ways, but it's a little vial with eucalyptus oil. It actually ran out and I refilled it. It's like a natural vapor rub. If you have a stuffed nose or you're congested, you can just rub a little bit under here, or you can put some on your chest, and it just opens up your nasal passageway, and it's really awesome. It's a great natural remedy. If you have like a sinus headache and you put this in a pot of boiling water, and you can do a whole treatment with that, but I can show you that later. That's a really cool natural remedy if you're sick. So yeah, that's basically everything. There's one more, two little more pockets right here. In one side I have my earphones for my phone. I really like this container. I got this from Walmart. It was like under $5 I think, and it just keeps everything in here and it keeps it wound up, so I can spin it and then everything comes out, and then I put it in, spin it back up, so I don't have to worry about my earbuds getting tangled. Sorry if you hear my phone buzzing. And then I have my little stylus for my phone when I don't want to use my finger. I can just use this. And what else? Oh, look at this back. And then, in the last section, I have only two things. Two things. I have a little flashlight, which is solar powered, which is so cool because it should never die. And again, I just think it's safe to always have a flashlight. Yeah, it was kind of dim because it died. I had it on all day by accident. So I'm going to keep this out here since it's a beautiful sunny day, so that can get charged. And then I have my little ministry business card holder. And yeah, it has my cards that if I feel impressed to share with someone that might be blessed by the YouTube videos, or services that I'm trying to do more in person, like healthy cooking classes or healthy lifestyle consultations, like speaking events for young girls or things like that, or to tell people about the store that I'm working on, then I'll share this card with them, and it has like my information on there and 2 quotes on the back. Yeah. So that's it, and I just keep that with me also. So that is everything that's in my bag. It's empty. Okay, wait, I don't want to lie. There's a little gift in there from Nyla, my baby sister. And it smells good because it's with scented markers. That's a picture of me. So yeah, that's basically everything that's in my bag. I think I have like a scrunchie. Yeah, a scrunchie in there, another one. And that's it. That's what's in my bag. So I hope those tips can help any of you girls. You know, there's just so many ways that you can keep your bag more organized, so many ways you can be more prepared as you're out and about, a little bit more independent, and so you know you have what you need, and also things that you can keep with you to keep your mind stayed on Christ, and a reminder to be faithful and to rely on His grace, because we can't do anything good without Him. So I pray that these ideas can help you and that you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Bye.